Hello! Welcome to opening night of Theater Games. My name is Maddie McClowski, and I am your host. I will be here every other Saturday night from 7 to 8 EST. Is it still standard time? I don't know how time works outside of the musical Rent. Anyway, for our opening night, I have maybe one of my favorite people on planet Earth as our guest. She is the political news editor of Hollywood Life, and she's a freelance writer on culture as well as a reviewer and recapper. And she also was in my high school's drama department with me, in addition to writing my favorite essay about representation in pop culture, which was called Recognizing My Own Face in Grand Budapest Hotel. She also writes with me for a web series called Social Dissonance Saturdays that airs every Saturday night at 8 o'clock. We have a new episode right after this, and she writes jokes for the On This Day in Broadway History segment. And before I have her come onto the stream, here is a clip from a past week. We're really lucky to have her. I'm not just saying this because she is my high school best friend, former roommate, and the reason I have any ability to sometimes make a sentence. Anyway, here's some writing from our guest, Sam Wilson.
Happy birthday to Stockard Channing, who played Rizzo in my favorite musical, Muppet Treasure Island. Stockard Channing is a star of stage and screen who could make a regal first lady look like she was in her early 40s and could make a high school student look like she was in her early 40s. On this day in 1911, Ethel Barrymore gives the 12-pound look at the Empire Theater. Ah, the illustrious Ethel Barrymore, whose great niece hosts the Drew Barrymore Show. The evocative Ethel Barrymore, whose great niece was married to Tom Green for a year. The incandescent Ethel Barrymore, whose great niece had a cameo in Freddie Got Fingered. It is true that Drew Barrymore could have a theater named after her, but Ethel Barrymore couldn't be in that many movies with Adam Sandler. It is also true that Drew Barrymore could win an Oscar, but Ethel Barrymore couldn't be Frances Bean Cobain's godmother. On this day in 2003, the New York City Council passed a ban on cell phones in Broadway theaters. Offenders would face a $50 fine and eviction from the venue. Personally, by Patti LuPone. We don't need $50 fines because we self-enforce with old ladies from Schenectady. We've already been annoyed by her commentary and questions to the person next to her during most of Act 1, and that's before we hear the dulcet tones of marimba during a monologue, or even better, a tense moment of silence on stage. It's like, what are you even doing at Slave Play, Gertrude? Yes, 18 years ago today, the New York City Council contested a mayoral veto effectively banning cell phones in Broadway and off-Broadway theaters. Bloomberg should have done what he normally does to get his way, spending $500 million. Oh, that didn't work. Mike Bloomberg isn't the president. I better take down my Bloombeto sign. But hey, thank you, Mayor Bloomberg, for Hudson Yards. I love walking 30 minutes for stores I don't understand.
Awakening.
Oh, I have just been told that audio was not working.
It wasn't?
It wasn't. I am
Oh, wow.
self-producing, and
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. This is okay. I'm hearing from my co-producer, and by co-producer I mean my girlfriend, that audio is not coming through.
Oh, fun. They
This
missed
is
all of our witty banter.
We had so much witty banter. I'm All right. It sounds like we are back. I think it was just a matter of a pushed button.
Okay. So what was the
Okay,
last question?
awesome. We can be heard. Great. I'm going to start over. I apologize.
Start over.
Welcome, Sam,
Thank
the
you.
Bernie Sanders to my Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, and my lifelong best friend, in addition to being a cool journalist and smart person with words in her own right. There are 4 questions I will be asking everyone who comes on the show, regardless of if they have been my roommate. So the first question is, how did theater come into your life?
Well, as you know, I did not want to play sports. My parents were like, you need to play maybe tennis as an extracurricular. You are okay at that. And I was like, I will not do that. So Mrs. Hall, our theater teacher, had put up a flyer saying they needed crew members for a show. I couldn't remember it earlier, but now I know it's good news. A musical that it's going to take too long to to explain what Good News is about.
You remember what Good News was about?
Vaguely. I remember one of the songs, and I remember some stuff going wrong.
I mean, stuff going wrong. It's not an opening night without it,
Yeah.
apparently.
And a third night and a closing night and everything in between.
That's true. I vaguely remember like a bed being left on stage during a scene that was very much not in a bedroom.
No, and but so I saw it and I'm like, I know how to sew. She needs people to make costumes. I could do that. And then,
So
you know, the next rest of my life was theater based.
So you knew how to sew before you ever did theater. I did not know that about you. Actually.
Yeah.
Surprisingly. Did you have a piece of theater or like a musical movie or anything that was your gateway drug into getting a little bit nerdy about musicals or plays?
I mean, before I started doing theater, I was weird one to be like, this is a great musical, but we can tie it to current events. 101 Dalmatians. That's a weird answer, but
that is a really interesting answer.
I really the music from that, and I would sing it all the time. But if we're going nerd, I was obsessed with Spring Awakening, like any horny teenager.
I mean, that's valid. You saw it on Broadway, right?
Oh yes, I did, with my mother.
Were you on the butt side of the stage or the boob side of the stage?
Front and center, you could see both.
God bless America.
I know, it's great. My brother, years later, when Glee was on the air, he's like, I think I've seen her boobs.
Yep,
like,
that sounds like something your brother would say.
I'm like, yes, you have.
So this doesn't segue well into my second question, but how has your young love of theater, your relationship to theater, impacted your life today?
Well, I'm not talented in acting or singing, so it was never going to be like a career path per se. But I just like theater. I like listening to soundtracks. I like being obnoxious about it, and I like seeing shows as much as I can. Obviously we haven't seen shows in a long time. I'm trying to remember what the last thing I saw was, but if we have to go back to Spring Awakening, that was probably the most impactful thing I've seen in the last few years.
Oh, Deaf West Spring Awakening?
Yeah.
Did we go together to that?
I don't remember.
That was a
I'm
beautiful
sorry.
production.
I don't want to be mean, but I don't remember.
I
And
don't
nothing before 2020 actually exists.
That's absolutely fair. Speaking
Yeah.
of 2020, have you watched any digital theater?
I watched the Smash cast, of course.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. For the viewers at home, do you want to talk about Smash? What Smash was and what your relationship to Smash is?
I mean, like, don't threaten me with a good time. Sure. Well, oh, should I explain Smash?
Yeah, talk to me about Smash.
This is an ill-fated tale up to obnoxious but talented women who both want to be Marilyn Monroe and Broadway. And how do I even begin? Deborah Messing, Deborah Messing belly dancing,
Oh
etc.
no.
Basically, what it turns into is the second season they ran out of juice, they ran out of funding, and invented an entire second musical that everybody was like, I don't know.
So,
Could that work?
in my research before this interview, I saw that you got paid actual human money to recap Smash. Did you pitch this, or were you asked to do it?
I was told I needed to recap a show, and so it was 2013, and what else was I going to do? And I did not get paid, actually.
You did it for free.
No. Yeah, I did it for free because I was like, I need resume credit. And so, yes, I do have a version of a resume somewhere that says I recap Smash. So.
I mean, much like working in any other aspect of theater, sometimes you get paid in exposure.
Yeah, it's so much exposure. That really worked out.
It really pays your rent.
I also recapped for that same website Real Housewives of Miami and The Client List.
Those are all the same genre. Smash,
exactly.
The Client List.
Pure camp. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I mean, there it is. That might be, because I don't know a single theater fan who is also a writer who doesn't also love reality television. I feel like there is a connection between writing, a deep love, and like a sick obsession with at least one region of housewife. And speaking of a question that has nothing to do with useful housewives, what is the most useful thing you have learned from watching and creating theater?
From watching, I would say blocking. Don't turn your back to the camera. And you know what? I've used that more than I ever thought I would in real life. You just do it on, I don't know. From creating theater, it's just, this sounds cliche, but it's just hard work. Like, you don't give up. Like, no matter what you're doing. I mean, I was just like moving boxes backstage at some point, but you got to do it until it's done.
Yeah, yeah. And you can't expect other people to pick up your slack. You just kind of have to anticipate needs. That's a really good answer. Now I want to know what the most useless thing is that you still remember from either watching a show or doing something. Like, what is a piece of information that does not need to rattle around in your brain but still does?
That's a good one. I mean, two things from high school theater. I can remember everyone's shoe sizes for these people I haven't seen in like almost 15 years.
Okay, what's my shoe size?
9.
It is.
No, that's cheating because we wear the same size shoe and I would wear your shoes.
That's true. So then what was Jill Renner's shoe size?
I think like 6. She's tiny.
She was tiny. This isn't one of the theater games. I just had to know.
No, but other useless things. All of the lyrics to "You're the Cream in My Coffee."
Oh,
A song that no
wow.
one should know.
Okay, so You're the Cream of My Coffee was Comden and Green, I
I
think,
don't
composed it.
remember.
Because I think what Good News is as a property is kind of a jukebox musical of 20s and 30s,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
Great American Songbook ish, but it's not like the front and center Great American Songbook, like
No,
except for
it's
Button
a
Up Your Overcoat.
it's a button up your overcoat. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my God. You're the Cream of My Coffee is just food things.
Yeah, it's like
You're the
yeah, the
salt in my
salt. Nice.
stew. Oh no, you're the starch in my collar. That's not food. Wow, I'm glad you remember it because I certainly do not. I'm glad that we got from I can't do sports or math to I lobbied to not get paid to write for Smash. I feel like these are really important plot points in the life of any New York creative.
Exactly. Now I get paid like real American dollars.
Yeah, you do. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
Thank you.
And speaking of things that'll make someone proud, maybe, our first official theater game of the night is a game I made up called Audition Nightmare. I know that you often have dreams that are very vivid about auditioning for random projects with material you barely know.
I can't believe you're using this against me.
Absolutely using it against you on camera live. So, before this broadcast, we agreed to find an audition monologue for each other. To be like completely transparent, I have not yet sent Samantha's monologue to her, and she has not sent mine to me. We are about to text each other our monologues, and I'm gonna let a video clip run so we can take a minute with the material. And when we come back, we'll let each other know what this audition material is going to be used for. So I am sending mine right now. Oh, I think I just got yours. Okay. And we're going to take a moment because an actor prepares. And here is a video clip where we are essentially at Pop Culture Co op experimenting to see whether or not Twitch will do to me what they did to Metallica at BlizzCon. So let's prepare. I'm high above the city. I'm standing on a ledge. The view from here is pretty. And I step off the edge. And now I'm falling, baby, through the sky, through the sky. I'm falling, baby, through the sky. It's my calling, baby, don't you cry, don't you cry. I'm falling down through the sky toward the street that I'm on. Oh, Broadway, here I come. Broadway, here I come. The pressure, it increases. The closer that I get, I could almost go to pieces. But I'm not quite there yet. See, I've been braving crazy weather, drowning out my cries. I can pull myself together. I'm focused on the prize, and now I'm falling, baby, through the sky, through the sky. I'm falling, baby, through the sky. my calling, baby, don't you cry, I'm falling down the sky. It's a tune you can hum. Oh, Broadway, here I come. Will I remain the same, or will I change a little bit? Will I feel broken or totally complete? Will I retain my name when I'm the biggest, hugest hit? Or will I blend in with the rest of the street? The people all are pointing. I bet they never guess that the stage that they're anointing is frightened of the mess. And even though I fear it, I'm playing all my cards. Baby, you are gonna hear it. And I give them my regards. And now I'm falling, baby, through the sky, I'm falling, baby, through the sky. It's my calling, baby, don't you cry, I'm falling down through the sky, and I refuse to go numb. Oh, Broadway, here I come. Broadway, here I come. Broadway, here I come. Broadway, Broadway, here I come. Here I come. And the last thing I hear as the impact grows near, is it a scream or a cheer? Well, never mind, I'll never find out, 'cause Broadway, I am here. That song isn't about achieving dreams. And we are back. Thank you for taking the time with me to prepare our monologues. Now, Sam, would you like to audition first, or would you rather have me audition first?
That's a toughie because you're good and do this for a living.
I mean, this is a challenging piece you have given me.
I think I'm gonna have you go first.
Okay, so I have my sides. What am I auditioning for?
You're going to play the President of the United States
All
on
right.
prestige drama.
Oh, great. Okay. Hi, my name is Maddie McCloskey. I'm 5'3" and not represented. This is just the first set of sides I've gotten. So, okay. Like, the Haitians need to come to America, but some people are all, what about the strain on our resources? And it's like, when I had this garden party for my father's birthday, and it's all catered, you know? And I said RSVP because it's a sit down dinner, okay? People come that like didn't RSVP. And I'm bugging. I have to haul ass to the kitchen, redistribute the food, and like squish in extra place settings. And people are on mismatched chairs and all. But by the end of the day, it was like, the more the merrier. And so, if the government could just get to the kitchen and rearrange some things, we could certainly party with the Haitians. And in conclusion, may I remind you that it does not say RSVP on the Statue of Liberty. Thank you.
Ugh.
Did I book?
Yeah. I'm firing Martin Sheen right now.
Oh, thank you so much. I didn't know if I should play it more butch or femme. I couldn't decide in the moment.
You are an American president.
Thank you so much. Are you ready for your audition, Sam?
No, this is exactly, well, not exactly. Usually my audition nightmare also includes being pushed onto a stage.
That's violent.
Yeah, one time it was SNL.
That's terrifying. And
Yeah.
also, I would like to be pushed into that audition.
No.
Is Lauren there in your nightmare?
Yeah. In one nightmare, he was nice to me though, and he said I was a good dancer. But the thing is, I didn't dance, but I took the compliment.
I feel like that's him saying you have the comedy equivalent of a face for radio. I feel like that's backhanded, but I also feel like he would do that.
Yeah. I've internalized that. I've talked to my therapist about it.
Yeah, that sounds like a chit chat with a professional that I cannot fully facilitate. Are you ready with your sides, Samantha?
Stand up straight. Okay.
Good for you. Nice posture. Okay, so
red leather, yellow leather.
Yes, warming up. Mama made me mash my M&Ms. Little sociopathic. So I would like for you to read this text as though you were in callbacks for Emily Webb in Our Town. I want it to be read with the same gravitas as when she is the Take Me Back monologue.
I'm going to be honest, I've never seen Our Town.
Oh, really? Our high school did it. Lucky you. I saw it every night.
I probably blacked it out then.
Yeah, you are an ingenue who has died young, and you are looking back on your small town life.
Lucky her.
Wishing that she's dead.
Dead ingenue?
Dead and pretty? So rude.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, play it real dead and real pretty.
Okay, real dead, real pretty.
Let's go.
In a Tim Burton movie. Okay. Why did you do this to me? Okay. I'm a dead ingenue. What would dead ingenue say? Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of these tourists covered in oil, strumming on my sixth string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp? They're beginning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's nobody's fault. Don't know the reason, stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo, and it's a real beauty. A Mexican cutie. How it got here, I haven't a clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. But now I think, hell, it could be my fault. I blew out a flip-flop, stepped on a pop-top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. But there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render that frozen concoction that helps me hang on. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost shaker of salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know it's my own damn fault, Maddie.
That was beautiful. You made the text your own.
I know.
I am blown away. That was gorgeous.
Wow, thank you.
Wow, you made Jimmy Buffett have meaning. You have done the impossible.
I think I'm going to get a sugar daddy from this.
I mean, we have 11 viewers right now, and most of them are fans
Do they
of the
like
piano
Jimmy
bar
Buffett?
where I work. I mean, there was a Margaritaville musical.
Yeah, I know.
Did you
I
see
do.
it?
No, but I do know someone who got a sugar daddy from going to see it.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we can
Oh
take
yeah.
this conversation off air
Oh yeah.
because I think the sugar parent industry
Yeah.
is the only way to plausibly work in professional theater. I once dated someone who went in their college theater department. They wanted to produce a show. I don't think it was through their school. I think it was just like as like an independent troupe, and how they
Mhm.
funded was getting everyone in the cast on seeking arrangements type sites and getting sugar parents. So if anyone on here would like to sponsor a sugar child, Sam's looking.
No, I'm not.
I mean, you said it. You said it.
No. I just would like an older man that likes Jimmy Buffett mildly.
I mean, so does my dad, but you don't want
No,
that.
no.
Speaking of, I don't have a segue. I came up with one more game based on the fact that you are a journalist. This
Okay.
game that I just made up today is called Clickbait Cootie Catcher.
Ooh, okay.
So I have created my own very shoddy cootie
Okay.
catcher. And instead of colors, the outside panels are different theatrical words. So it's belt, bevel, box step, or bourgeoisie. And
Ooh,
when we get to the center of the cootie catcher, there will be a circumstance, and I would like for us to come up with clickbait headlines based on the prompts.
okay.
So you can go first or I can go first, but I'll let you choose belt, bevel, box step, or bourgeoisie.
Hmm. Bevel.
Bevel. Okay, so we have 3, 4, or 7, or 8.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3, 4, 7, or 8.
7.
7. Would you like to write this first headline?
Sure, I'll give it a crack.
Okay. So you can take any element from the plot of Chicago as a clickbait headline for Hollywood life.
Ooh, okay. Chicago. Ooh, okay. Most of Chicago could work. I'm thinking of like the Daily Mail. Literally anything from Chicago. Okay. Um, Famed murderess Roxy Hart says she's pregnant. Dash. Who is the father?
Brilliant. I'm clicking. Amazing.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let you continue to choose since
Okay.
I made this. So, are we doing belt, bevel, box step, or bourgeoisie?
Box step.
Boxstep. 1, 2, 5, or 6?
2.
1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 5, or 6. And I'll write this headline.
2.
2. Okay. So I got start a rumor about John Groff.
Ooh. Oh, I can't wait. Am I doing this or you?
Would you like to? Do you have
no,
one?
no, no.
Because I have one.
No, do it. I want to hear. You're like,
Glee stars texts leaked. Who is this mystery LG ladybug emoji? Is it cheap to make a Lindsey Graham joke? Am I gonna get kicked out of the co-op? I'm not sure. I don't actually. Would that work for SEO? I don't know that you can't put an emoji in.
You can't put emoji in.
You can't put emoji.
It doesn't pick up.
It don't pick up. This is why you have your job and I don't.
You just put it in the deck that there was an emoji.
Oh God! Thank God Jonathan Groff has gainful employment. So he has never gone from the musical theater to sex with prominent Republicans pipeline. I don't know that that pipeline exists. I just make pipelines. So let's do another round before I shrink.
Manhunter star. It's not Manhunter. Mindhunter star. Jonathan Groff.
Oh, that's right. There is life after Glee.
Yeah, he plays a very straight FBI agent.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Hey, it's a living. Can we get another belt, bevel, box step, or bourgeoisie?
Let's go with bourgeoisie.
Okay, I'm gonna have to spell it, which was my undoing.
No.
Bourgeoisie. Okay. 3, 4, 7, or 8.
3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 5, or 6. 5. Abby Lee Miller is stunt cast into any musical heading to Broadway. You get to pick the musical and the role and write me a clickbait headline.
Ooh, a clickbait. Okay, because I've actually been writing about Abby Lee, so I need to make this clickbait, not newsly. What was it again? She
is stunt cast in a Broadway musical role of your choosing.
Ooh, okay. I love a good stunt cast. Abby Lee. Ooh. See, I was going to do Chicago, but their whole thing is stunt casting, so I feel like that's cheating.
I mean, is it though? I think I'm really
so sad I didn't get to see Wendy Williams.
I'm so sad I didn't get to see Brandy. Have you seen any of the, not bootlegs, but the YouTubes of Brandy as Roxy Hart? Okay, I want to take this moment to publicly apologize for having made snarky jokes about Brandy's alleged vehicular manslaughter in relation to her casting in Chicago. I feel that came from a place of misogyny and possibly misogynoir that is not acceptable. And it wasn't acceptable then, especially because she is the people's Cinderella. She was a sickeningly good Roxy from every press, everything I've ever seen, partially because she did with Chicago what she did with Brandy Cinderella, which I'm assuming you have seen recently. Is that correct?
Yes.
You saw it on Disney Plus. Good.
Yes, of course.
I don't think I'm going to allow anyone on this podcast who has not recently watched Brandy Cinderella.
Okay, Abby Lee. Abby Lee Miller leaves the dance studio for the stage as the new Finch in How to Succeed in Business.
Okay.
Headline, so it's got to be How to Succeed.
Oh, that's clever. Yes, we love a self-referential headline. Oh, that's good. I like that casting choice.
If it was Daily Mail, it would be like Abby Lee's successful again.
Oh,
Dance
that's
mom
good.
star, blah blah blah.
But since it's the Daily Mail, I'm gonna try a Lin-Manuel Miranda Cockney accent, so it's like Abby Lee Miller is successful again.
Oh God, there's nothing more cleansing for the soul than walking around and talking like that in your head.
Can you do it out loud?
I can do just him and Mary Poppins thing. Trippetilloit fantastic.
It's so good.
I can't do it all the way. There's just no way to recreate it.
Oh my god. All right, let's do one more. Belt, bevel, box step, or bourgeoisie.
Belts, because I haven't done it.
BELT. Okay, 1, 2, 5, or 6.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, or 6. Would you like to take this one, or would you like me to? Okay. So Ice-T has written a new rap musical about a historical figure who is not Alexander Hamilton. Okay. Why did I do this to me? Because I thought you would be doing this prompt.
No, I can do one.
Oh, you have it? Okay, let's go.
Oh yeah, so not Alexander Hamilton. Aaron Burr, SVU.
Aaron Burr, SVU is the name of the musical.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to hear a treatment, a little bit more of the pitch on Aaron Burr, SVU.
It's just in the criminal justice system, sexually based offenders are considered especially heinous.
That rolled off your tongue so quickly.
Oh,
Wait,
I can do the whole thing.
Do it.
In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Gung, gung. Listen, I don't know if we have a Law and Order SVU themed show on the co-op yet. I can ask the powers that be if we need one.
I have a lot of thoughts I would love to share that are just totally inane.
Yeah, that's what we do here. That's what we do here at Pop Culture Co-op. Okay, so really quick, before we have to go, we have time for a quick... Okay, I don't want to say F word, Mary, unalive word, because I don't know if the words said on these streams are monitored similarly to TikTok. Because sometimes, like, they will flag things as a hate speech that are not.
Oh my god, there's like a cutesy version. I can't think of it. What it is.
I was gonna say cast, callback, cut.
Oh, okay.
We're staying on theme. Sure. So, yes, cast, callback, cut. Jeremy Jordan, Jonathan Groff, Gavin Creel.
Going to cut Jeremy Jordan. What were the other ones?
Cast and callback.
Oh, and callback. Okay. I'm gonna cut Jeremy Jordan, cast Gavin Creel, and callback
John Groff. That's a good choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cast, callback, cut. Sutton Foster, Idina Menzel, Kristen Chenoweth.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna cut Chenoweth. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's a choice.
I can't.
Ooh, shots fired here. You heard it first on Theater Games.
Sorry. Okay, I'm cutting Chen, and I am going to cast Sutton Foster and call back Idina.
Okay, that's respectable. Okay, cast, callback.
Foster is just tap dancing her way into my heart every day.
Always. So cast, callback, cut. Bunheads, Younger, and Smash.
Oh, okay. Gonna cut Younger.
Bold choice.
Yeah. And I'm going to call back Smash and cast Bunheads.
Wow, Bunhead's apologist through and through. God. I'm gonna need a little bit more about your insight on this decision, because I thought you would be casting Smash and calling back
Yeah,
Bunheads.
it was a tough one. But I think Bunheads has a better shot at getting a revival than Smash ever would.
Shots fired.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that's true. They've got that Amy Sherman Palladino.
Yeah, exactly. And Cat McPhee is off being married and a Republican, so
This is true. This
she doesn't need
this is
Smash anymore.
this is very true. Did she have her kid? I feel like she and Leah Michelle were both problematic and pregnant at the same time, and they both had to
I
kind
think
of be
she's still
quiet.
pregnant.
Oh, she's still pregnant. God, so long. Okay. Cut, callback, cast.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Darcy James,
Oh no.
Deborah Massing, Megan Hilty.
Oh, I'm cutting Frank.
We're cutting Shrek.
Yeah, I'm cutting Shrek Dad. And casting Meg Hilty and calling back Deborah Messing.
This is fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Cast, cut, callback. I need to figure out what order I'm going to say these in because I do like this game. I feel like I will be recycling it.
Fine.
All right, so cast, cut, callback, American Idiot, Spring Awakening, Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh no. Oh god, why? Okay. Cast Little Shop of Horrors always. Callback Spring Awakening. Guess I'm cutting American Idiot.
That's a respectable choice.
It pains me, but you know, I can listen to my LimeWire rip of it from 2004 and have that keep me company. So
Speaking of,
it's the same thing.
I honestly just listen to the original album and sing the musical harmonies with it and kind of get the best of both worlds because I think most of the bonus tracks on the remaster of the original album are songs that got added into the musical, except for 21 Guns, which is on the subsequent album. Speaking of which, I want to know what existing band or musician or even a specific album you think would make the best new rock musical with like either a jukebox or a concept album musical.
Okay. For sure, 100% Tenacious D Pick a Destiny.
Oh, yeah. That's the move.
I don't know how it hasn't been made yet.
That is a little absurd because he did do the Rocky Horror during election time. It was like Rocky the Vote.
Yeah, and they'd have to get I'm assuming they just get oh my god, I cannot think of his name. Whoever played him in
Alex Brightman.
Rock. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Beetlejuice. What was hard, what I read was that when Alex Brightman was in School of Rock on Broadway, he was losing weight from doing the show and just how physically demanding it was. And they wanted him to keep weight on to fit in his costumes. And so it was like he was trying to like eat cheeseburgers to gain weight. Like if we needed proof he was heterosexual, that methodology I think is like solid. But like it was this constant battle, like because I think I just don't know how one could eat a cheeseburger and then do that show.
No, that would just, oh my god, no.
No, and I can only imagine Pick of Destiny would be similar.
Yeah, I just think that, I mean, you've seen the movie. Like,
yeah.
Got a good structure. All the songs are great. I mean, we could probably cut a couple, but Yeah, I mean, it's got everything. It's got Dave Grohl. It's got, well, Meatloaf's a little iffy now, but
He had a musical run. It was like a concert
Bad
version
Out
of
of
Bad Out of
Hell.
Hell. We've got some cool people in the comments. This is probably going to be our last prompt of the evening, but I would like for someone in the comments to shout out the name of a musical artist or band that you think their catalog would be atrocious in a Broadway musical, and Sam and I are going to pitch it. So I'm going to wait on these comments and see. It might take a second. Was Pick Up Destiny an album first? Or was it a film first?
I don't know.
I'm waiting to see in the comments. Oh, Michael James Roy, friend and co-writer, is in the
And
comments.
the show.
Yes, and his show is right after this one. I'm not seeing comment. You know what? I'm going to have you come on the show again, Sam. That's what's going to have to happen. So I think
Yes.
I'm going to start the process of ending this stream. But do you have anything you would like to plug before you come back on again? Because obviously you are welcome back.
If you go to Facebook after this, the aforementioned Michael James Roy's show is going to start in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, just hop into Facebook, Marie's group, no apostrophe S in Marie's. Join the group, you get automatically put in, and Social Dissonance Saturday will be a watch party you can watch. Oh, we were just pitched the One Direction musical. I'm going to say that would be a bio musical about the split.
Ooh.
That's where my mind goes. It would be like Jersey Boys, but it would be just like Bleach Boys. I don't know, do they bleach their hair? I feel so elderly. Sam,
well, they're all in their like.
How old are they?
They're like in their mid to late 20s now.
I mean, yeah, they're old like us.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're not
Thank you for
getting any
having
younger.
me.
Thank you for coming on the show. Please come back and play more theater games. Theater games will be. Yes. Theater games will be on here, Pop Culture Co-op, every Saturday from 7 to 8. Tonight at 9 o'clock on Pop Culture Co-op is Trollopsisms, and they're going to be discussing the movie Hustlers. So you have plenty to watch tonight. Happy Saturday. Thanks for playing.
Thank you.